Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video we will do IELTS reading test and our questions are MCQs. There are 4 questions from 37 to 40. Question number 37 is figure 1. Question number 38 is figure 2. Next question is figure 3 and last one is figure 4. It means that we will have to go to the passage where there are figures. I'll show you the figures. Here is the figure 1. The next one is figure 2. And the other figures are on the other side of the paper. Figure 3 and figure 4. So there are paragraphs about these figures. Firstly, we'll have to read these paragraphs so that we may able to understand what is the question about. So paragraph's name is results of the experiment, changes in productivity. Figure 1 shows the changes in salary costs per unit of work which reflect the change in productivity that occurred in the divisions. As will be observed, the hierarchically controlled programs increased productivity by about 25%. This was a result of the direct orders from the general manager to reduce staff by that amount. Direct pressure produced a substantial increase in production. A significant increase in productivity of 20% was also achieved in the participative program, but this was not as great as increase as in the hierarchically controlled program. So I think firstly we should read the options. What are the options? Options are employees' interest in the company. Option B is cost increases for the company. Option C is changes in productivity. Changes in productivity. We read changes in productivity in figure 1's paragraph. Here are as will be observed, the hierarchically controlled programs increase productivity. So these are the words that resembles the option. This was a result of the direct orders from the general manager to reduce staff by that amount. Direct pressure produced a substantial increase in production. A significant increase in productivity. Increase. It means changes. For IELTS test in 4 modules. Firstly, you will have to learn the vocabulary, the synonyms, and for vocabulary you might go to the channel. After subscribing the channel, you may watch the videos where I have uploaded the videos on vocabulary, the lexical resources. After that, you will be able to understand the paragraphs and the passages as well as the questions in IELTS reading test and other 3 modules. So option C resembles to the first paragraph of figure 1, that hierarchically controlled programs increase productivity by 25%. So in the blank of 37th question, option C will be written, changes in productivity. I recommend you to write the answer on the IELTS reading answer sheet as early as possible, because it will save your time. Changes in productivity. Come to the next question, and what is it? Question number 38 is figure 2. So here is the figure 2 paragraph. For example, figure 2 shows that when more general supervision and increased participation were provided, the employee's feeling of responsibility to see that the work got done increased. Again, when the supervisor was away, they kept on working in the hierarchically controlled program. However, the feeling of responsibility decreased, and when the supervisor was absent, work tended to stop. Figure 2 is this, in which participative before and after, hierarchically controlled before and after. Participative before was less, and after participative it increased, and it is the opposite in hierarchically controlled. So we will read the options. What are the options? This will not be used. Employees' interest in the company, cost increases for the company, employees' feeling of responsibility towards the completion of work, changes in productivity when supervisor was absent, employees' opinion as to extent of personal support from management, employees feel closer to their supervisor, employees' feelings towards increased supervision, supervisor's opinion as to closeness of work group. So in the paragraph, in the second figure, the paragraph tells us about, figure 2 shows that when more general supervision and increased participation were provided, the employees' feelings of responsibility to see the work got done increased. And when the supervisor was away, they kept on working in the hierarchically controlled program. However, the feeling of responsibility decreased, and when the supervisor was absent, work tended to stop. So option D resembles to the statements in the figure 2. Employees' feelings of responsibility towards completion of work. So D option will come. You might write option D as well, besides of writing a long sentence. You may write only D in the IELTS reading answer sheet, besides of the long sentence. Our third question is figure 3, and in figure 3 it is given participative and hierarchically controlled, not close, very close. So we will have to read the paragraph to understand what is the figure 3 about. So for figure 3, as figure 3 shows, the employees in the participative program at the end of the year felt that their manager and assistant manager were closer to them than at the beginning of the year. The opposite was true in the hierarchically program. Read the options. Employees' interest in the company, cost increases for the company, this will not be used. Changes in productivity when supervisor was absent, employees' opinion as to extent of personal support from management, employees feel closer to their supervisor, this option might resemble to others, so we will have to first read the other options. Employees' feelings towards increased supervision, supervisor's opinion as to closeness of work group. So option G will come on the blank of 39th question. G will also be written on the IELTS reading answer sheet. Our third question is, last question is figure 4. In figure 4, this is figure 4, which was given participative and hierarchically controlled, employees company only. So read the paragraph of figure 4. Figure 4. Moreover, as figure 4 shows, employees in the participative program felt that their supervisors were more likely to pull for them or for the company and them, and not be solely interested in the company, while in the hierarchically controlled program the opposite trend occurred. So after reading the paragraph, it is clear that employees' opinion as to extent of personal support from management. Again, I'll read. Employees in the participative program felt that their supervisors were more likely to pull for them. Their supervisors were more likely to pull for them. So this is a clue that you might say it resembles to option option F, employees' opinion as to extent of personal support from management. So F will be written on the last MCQ and as well as on IELTS reading answer sheet. If you understood the MCQs, how to do the MCQs and IELTS reading test, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you want to learn vocabulary, then go to the channel. After subscribing, you will be able to watch the vocabulary. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you.